Moves left side, Jeff Baugh drives into the baseline, kicks it out. Matt Peterson fakes the three, drives baseline, leans in, right-hand layup, no good. Rebound, Peterson gets it back. Turns in, fake shot is swatted away, and an offensive foul is called on Mountain Crest. And I'm not sure if they're going to call that foul. They do. They call it on Matt Peterson. So Matt, with a nice offensive rebound, but just, I didn't see the offensive foul. Maybe the replays will show. Had we replays. But those of you viewing on the Valley Channel, be your own judges. Moore at the free throw line. Right side, Smith fakes the three. Goes underneath. The ball's knocked away by Peterson. He'll chase it before it goes out of bounds. To Baugh. Mountain Crest with a steal, 18-16. The Mustangs on top. On the angle right, Jeff Baugh. He holds out to Peterson. Cross court to Conger in the corner. Eric, a three. Yes! Eric Baugh, second three-pointer of the game. And he's got 10 points. Mountain Crest will come out into a half-court trap, and Ogden takes timeout. So with 4:31 left in the first half, the Mustangs open up a 5-point lead, 21-16. We'll be right back.
I couldn't believe it, but my car wouldn't start. So I called a tow truck. When they arrived, I told them to tow my car to Jensen's Alternators and Starters.
Our frame straightening equipment is the best in the valley. If you need a paint job, we have over 25 years of experience.
Mustangs lead 21-16, 4.5 minutes left in the first. Bremsmer in the back court, top of the key, Plyer, looks for more, cutting baseline, he's got him in the corner, out to Smith, now top of the key. He holds over his head, dribbles once, gives right side. Bremsmer to Plyer, in the paint, and he walks. So Ben Lishman on him defensively, and Plyer forgot to dribble. The turnover, that's the fourth on the Tigers, as compared to just one for the Mustangs. And Mountain Crest a chance to go up by 7. Eric Baugh in the back court. Josh Smith picks him up full court, and Ogden goes into the man-to-man defense. On the angle right, Jeff Baugh dribbles once, looks out to Peterson, top of the key. Cross court over to Eric Baugh. He fakes, gives top of the key, Jeff Baugh. Right side, Peterson open. Fakes a three, Plyer out on him, drives, shot, the pass is knocked away. Plyer comes up with it for Ogden. So the steal by Plyer as Peterson tried to pass cross court. Brent Moore now for the Tigers on the angle right. Mountain Crest in the zone. Underneath Benedict. He's fouled by Matt Peterson. That's his third. So Peterson in foul trouble for the Mustangs with 3, and Matt Rudd, who has 2 fouls, will check in for Peterson. And Ogden will be in the bonus, shooting 1 and 1. Nate Wilcox has not played yet. He sat out the last game because of knee soreness. The free throw by Benedict is up and good. And he's got 3 points. 6'8" Tiger senior set with a second one. Shot rolls around 5 or 6 times and drops through. And he's got 4. It's 21-18, Mountain Crest up by 3. 3:33 left in the first half. Eric Baugh works against the Ogden man-to-man defense on the angle right. Now top of the key, Ben Lishman holds to Rudd. Cutting back door, Jeff Baugh, and he hits the shot. A nice pass. And the Mustangs back up by 5. Smith in the backcourt, Mountain Crest in the half-court zone trap. Over to Bremsmer in the front court to Smith. Mountain Crest drops back into the zone. Right side, Bremsmer drives to the baseline. Gives into the paint to Moore, leans in from 10 shots, hard rebound, fought for Plyer with it. Lays it off the glass and in the bucket. Plyer his first 2 points, and it's a 23-20, and the ball's thrown out of bounds by Mountain Crest trying to go for full court for the layup, and Conger was not able to run it down, and Ogden gets the ball back on the turnover. 2:56 left in the first half. Mountain Crest leads 23-20. Matt Moore checks into the game for the first time tonight for the Ogden Tigers. And they're going to give Ogden the ball back under their own basket because on the inbounds play, Rudd threw it all the way out of bounds and nobody touched it. So it goes from the point where it was inbounded, and Ogden's kept Kip Bremsmer inbounds. Looks for Smith, finds Brent Moore from 10 on the angle right. Shot's no good. A rebound, Ben Lishman. An easy open shot, and he couldn't knock it down from 10. Baugh quickly into the front court, into the paint, kicks right side Baugh. Jeff Baugh holds to Rudd. Free throw line, back to Jeff. Jeff holds, drives, fakes, kicks it out to Eric Baugh. Eric Baugh's picked up by Josh Smith. Josh Smith 6'2", Eric Baugh 5'11". Baugh fakes, drives in, leans in from 15, shot round and out, rebound, Plyer. Right side, Brent Moore. Brent Moore brings it up for the first time tonight for the Tigers on the angle right. Moore, a lot of the time, will bring the ball up for the Tigers tonight. They've elected to put him down low. Now he's out top. He's got the ball, top of the key, down in the corner to Bremsberg. Skip pass to Smith, fakes the three. Skips it back to Bremsberg. Down on the baseline to Moore. Moore picked up by Rudd, cross court. Smith, a three, shot is no good. A rebound, Rudd. Mountain Crest with the ball, 23-20 lead, 2 minutes left in the first half. Conger on the baseline left, fakes the shot, gets Moore to come into him, doesn't call the foul. Rudd fakes the 15-footer, right side Jeff Baugh to Eric Baugh. Eric holds, Smith guards. Looks for a screen, now he'll clear it out near midcourt and set up the Mountain Crest offense. Gives right side to Matt Rudd, gets a pick, left side, he'll drive all the way in, fakes once, twice, can't find anything, the ball's knocked away by Smith and Baugh comes over with it and Smith called for the foul. For Smith, that is his first foul. And the 6th team foul on Ogden, so Mountain Crest yet to be into the bonus, and they'll get the ball out of bounds. They'll get it out of bounds right in front of the Ogden bench. Jack's Tire and Oil, complete service special, $18.95, includes lube, oil, and filter. Jack's Tire and Oil, a Mountain Crest club sponsor. The ball is inbound at 1:35 left in the first half. Mustangs hold a 3-point edge over the Ogden Tigers. Baugh veers left to Conger, free throw line, back to Baugh, underneath Crosby. Fakes a turnaround jumper on Plyer, gets him in the air, leans in with the right hand, shot's good. And Crosby with his 7th point. The Mustangs up by 5. Adam Van Dyke, right side to Bremsberg into the front court on the angle right. Simmons guards, he drives, kicks it across the court to Moore. Fakes, drives into the baseline, fall away jumper's no good, a rebound, Van Dyke comes up with it in the lane. Underneath, Matt Moore fakes once, kicks it back out into the lane, Plyer leans in once, twice, and he's called for the travel. So the stutter step by Plyer costs Ogden the ball, and the Mustangs with 59 seconds on the clock will get a chance to go up by 7. They lead 25-20, 5 turnovers on Ogden compared to 3 by the Mustangs. Van Dyke out at midcourt to pick up Baugh as he crosses the timeline. Conger with the ball, angle right. Moore on him, top of the key, Crosby now to Lishman. Matt Moore guards him in a foul, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Eric Baugh as he held Brent Moore. Moore trying to come through the pick, and Baugh will pick up his first. And that means free throws for the Ogden Tigers. Brent Moore will shoot. He's 2 for 3 from the line tonight. 47 seconds left in the half. Ogden trails Mountain Crest 25-20. Valley Metals, your hometown people, sponsoring your hometown team. We thank them for being a Mountain Crest club sponsor. We'd also like to thank San Francisco Sourdough Pizza. You still got a half of basketball left. Call San Francisco Sourdough Pizza. They delivery to Millville, Nibley, and Providence, with locations in both Logan and Providence. Free throw by Moore's good. And Moore now with 11 points. He's the leading scorer in the game at this point. Only one other Tiger with more than 2 points, and that's Chris Benedict with 4. Second one by Moore is good. 25-22, the Mustangs on top by 3. Down court, Simmons on the angle left, Moore guards him. Top of the key, Crosby. Right side, Conger to Baugh. Baugh holds out to Simmons, picked up by Moore. Now Eric Baugh drops back. They'll look for one shot, 31 seconds left. In this first half, the Mustangs with a 25-22 lead. Mountain Crest content just to dribble the timeout. And Van Dyke not close enough for the 5-second count. He drops all the way back into the top of the key. 17, 16, 15 seconds left in the first half. The Mustangs with a 3-point lead. They'll take the last shot. Baugh starts the drive. Top of the key, 8 seconds. Kicks left side, Conger with 7. Shot is good from 3-point range. Dan Conger with his first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer, and the Mustangs lead 28-22. 3 seconds on the clock left in the first half. Moore inbounds to Van Dyke. Midcourt shot is no good at the half. The Mustangs lead 28-22 over the Ogden Tigers. We'll take a break and be right back.
Hi, John Diamond here, manager of the Pizza Palace. I would like to introduce you to King Louie of the Palace. The Palace has a home.
Crest Mustangs lead the Ogden Tigers 28-22. Dave Harrison here with you alongside of me, Doyle Geddes. And I think this is the kind of tempo the Mustangs wanted from the get-go. 28 points is more than they scored at the half last time against Ogden. They're shooting the ball fairly well from the outside, getting some penetration from Baugh, and I think they've got to be happy with the 6-point lead into the locker room at the half.
Oh yeah, this tempo really favors Mountain Crest in a big way. They're just, slowly building a little bit on this lead with Ogden. There have been 5 lead changes, but they all happened in the first quarter. Mountain Crest controlled the second quarter, and Ogden's in trouble here. They've got to do something to mix up this Mountain Crest tempo, or Mountain Crest is going to have the same success that they've had this first half for the next 16 minutes.
Mountain Crest has hit 4 3-pointers. The leading scorer for the Mustangs, Eric Baugh, he's got 10 points, and he has hit 2 3-pointers. Dan Conger's 3 right at the end of the first half, about 5 seconds left. That gave Mountain Crest the 28-22 halftime lead. Jeff Crosby, 7 points for the Mustangs, but they've got 7 people in the scoring column, and that means that there are a lot of people active, a lot of people touching the ball, and good ball movement by the Mustangs has helped them in this first half.
Yeah, they're getting their shots, exactly where they like to get them, inside and outside. They've gone 4 for 11 from the 3-point line, and they've gone 12 for 25 overall as field goal, which is almost 50%.
So not too bad. On the other side of the slate, Brent Moore leading the Tigers with 12 points, 4 points for Chris Benedict, 3 points for Kip Bremsberg, 2 points apiece by Van Dyke and Plyer. So the same old story for the Tigers. Brent Moore scores, everybody else just kind of plays that supporting role. And for Ogden, that's not really what they want to do. They need to spread it out a little bit.
No, and it's quite obvious that they have other players that can score, but once again they're going to Moore. They're looking for him to score. And they do have other capable guys on the floor that pass up good shots. Moore has got a lot of pressure on his shots, hands in the face. Most of them are coming from the baseline. And, he's had pressure on just every shot that he's put up. So Ogden's going to need somebody else to step in.
Okay, so with the score 28-22 at the half, the Mustangs on top of the Tigers. We'll take a break and be right back. What's each team have to do?
Well, on Mountain Crest side, they want more of the same. They want patience on offense. They want to work the ball until they get the shot that they want. They also need to be prepared to see a different look from Ogden defensively, maybe some 3-quarter, full-court pressure looks. And on Ogden's side, they've got to look to other guys other than Moore to contribute in the scoring column so that Moore can be opened up, especially in the late minutes.
Okay, well, we're just about set to get underway again. A special thanks to Rocky Mountain Cellular, Cache Valley's #1 authorized agent of US West Cellular. We thank them for sponsoring Mountain Crest basketball. Jeff Crosby, Eric Baugh, Matt Rudd, J.J. Nilsson, and Dan Conger, the same starting lineup for the Mustangs. And the Mustangs have the ball into the front court. Baugh comes off a pick by Rudd. Rudd rolls. Driving, Baugh kicks it out to Conger, back to Eric. Eric guarded by Josh Smith, man-to-man defense. Now Rudd on the blocks, turns in on Plyer, doesn't shoot. Now he does. Turnaround shots, no good, and a foul. Partially blocked by Plyer. And despite the fact that wasn't the greatest or the prettiest of basketball moves, Mountain Crest finally gets to the free throw line, something they have not done. They did not do in the first half, and Matt Rudd will shoot free throws. Rudd on the year from the line only 45%. So that foul was called on Plyer, his second. First free throw is no good by Matt Rudd. Rudd yet to score in the ball game. Will have a chance for one more. And he misses both, but rebound goes right to Conger. Ball kicked left side, now goes underneath Crosby. Pump fakes once, twice, shot is an air ball. Rebound Plyer to Smith. Ogden pushing it. Now Smith slows it down on the angle left. Mountain Crest drops back into the zone. In the corner, Van Dyke drives baseline. Leans in, he's open, everybody dropped off, and he misses a shot. J.J. Nilsson, the ball is dropped by J.J., and that's a violation on J.J. Nilsson. They said he passed the ball to himself. The ball slipped out of his hand, and the official gives the ball back to Ogden. So the Mustangs, just 3 turnovers in the first half, now with one early. Now the ball's inbounded to Van Dyke, easy layup. Looked like Mountain Crest wasn't quite ready. And it's a 28-24, Mountain Crest lead. Ball into the front court. Baugh drives into the lane, kicks it out to JJ. JJ fakes the drive baseline, rolls it back out. The ball's taken away. Brent Moore drives in. Crosby back. Moore leans in. Shot's good. Moore with 14 points, and it's quickly 4 straight points by the Tigers to start this third quarter, and it's a 28-26 Mountain Crest lead. Top of the key, Rudd holds, gives to Crosby. Crosby over the left side. Eric Baugh, he's open from three. Shot no good, hard. Rebound, Dan Conger chases it down. Right side to Crosby. Crosby throws the ball right to John Plyer. Trying to go down to Matt Rudd. Did not see Plyer coming into the picture. And Plyer with the ball. Now J.J. Nilsson picks the ball off, but he dribbles it on the sideline. And they say Adam Van Dyke knocked it out of bounds, so Mountain Crest will get the ball back. So the Mustangs with the 2-point lead, and something that Mountain Crest needs to do is start out quickly in this third quarter. Typically, in the games that they have lost this season, they've played well the first couple of quarters, but the third quarter has been their downfall. They need to come out and score some points quick. Now, wide open, Baugh on the baseline. He doesn't get the ball. Rudd's got it top of the key. Dave Simmons is checked in on the angle right. Now baseline, Baugh drives in, pump fakes twice, shot is blocked easily by Moore, and a jump ball called. And the official kind of quick whistled that one. I thought that was a clean block. Baugh let go of the ball, it hit the floor, but they call a jump ball and give the ball back to Ogden. 28-26, the Mustangs on top. Mountain Crest in a three-quarter court zone trap defense. Van Dyke on the angle left, Conger guards him. To Smith, Smith looks into Plyer, can't find him. Van Dyke, he'll drive baseline, goes right over the top of Rudd, the ball's knocked away. Block shot by Crosby. Eric Baugh with it into the front court. Van Dyke goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Baugh holds. He's got the dribble alive. Smith out to guard him. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers. The Mustangs yet to score. 5:43 left here in this second half. Third quarter. Rudd on the baseline, turns in. Turnaround jumper, short, rebound, Ogden. Josh Smith comes down with it. The Mustangs still yet to score here in the third. The ball's taken away underneath. Simmons has got it. It was knocked away originally by Crosby. Simmons all the way down court. Baugh pump fakes once, twice. He's fouled. No call. Shot does not go in the rebound. Ogden 2-on-1. Van Dyke goes all the way in himself. Layup no good and a foul. So Dan Conger called for the foul. And somehow no call was made on the other end. As Baugh went in for the shot, got hammered. And Ogden will shoot free throws. Van Dyke will go to the line, an 88% free throw shooter for Ogden. Only scored 4 points against Mountain Crest last time. Did not score in the first half. An average of 7 points a game. Mountain Crest 0 for 6 in this third quarter. Almost 3 minutes gone by. First free throw's up and good by Van Dyke, and Van Dyke did have 2 points in that first half. He's got 5 points now, 3 here in this second half. With a right hand shot is up and good. And coming into the game, Chris Benedict coming out, Van Dyke for the Tigers. And the Ogden Tigers make up the 6-point halftime deficit as they tie the game at 28 with 5:12 left in this third quarter. Baugh into the front court on the angle left. Simmons. Mountain Crest has really got to find some open shots. Conger with the ball. He pulls up from 10 shots, no good, and a foul on Moore. Moore will pick up his third. And if Moore gets into foul trouble, Ogden could be in trouble. Coach John Nilsson is still arguing about the non-call. Last time Mountain Crest had the ball, Dan Conger, a 68% free throw shooter from the line, will shoot 2 free throws. He has not shot a free throw yet tonight. He has 3 points, three-pointer he hit with about 5 seconds left in the first half to give the Mustangs the 6-point lead. He's got 2, the first one's no good. The Mustangs still yet to score. 2 minutes and 57 seconds have gone by in this third quarter and yet to score. Finally, Conger with the free throw. Full court man-to-man pressure by the Mustangs. Bremsmer trips across the timeline, gets it to Moore on the angle right. The fans wanted to travel. No call. Moore picked up by Conger. 29-28, the Mustangs on top, and a 5-second call on Brent Moore. Brent Moore held the ball just a fraction of a second too long as he tried to get Ogden set in their offense. And the first turnover, I believe, by Ogden. Third turnover, excuse me, in this second half. Ball into the front court. McMichael into the game. Simmons fakes the three. Tries to go to run underneath, can't find him. Between the circles, Eric Ball holds it. On the angle right, Simmons fakes the three. Goes to Rudd this time. Back out to Simmons. He'll take a three. Shot is no good hard. Rebound, Benedict for the Tigers. 4.5 minutes left in the third. The Mustangs lead by 1. But the Tigers have outscored Mountain Crest 6-1 here in this half. Plyer tries to drive, falls down, called for the travel, and pressure defense by Jeff Crosby forced that turnover, and Plyer pretty much just tripped over himself. And the Mustangs get the ball back. Morris Travel, when you travel with us, we go together. Morris Travel is located at 165 East, 1400 North in Logan. Top of the key, Rudd holds. Benedict to guard him. Simmons on the angle right to Conger. Conger will fake the drive back out to Dave. Dave Simmons will take a three. This one is no good as well. Rebound Benedict. To Moore. Brent Moore in the backcourt. Gives to McMichael. Adam McMichael still in the backcourt. Left-hand dribble across the timeline. Crossover dribble on Ball. Ball knocks it away. Simmons comes up with it. Simmons all alone. He'll go in for the score. Dave Simmons with his first bucket. The Mustangs have the 3-point lead, 31-28. 3:43 left in this third quarter. Into the front court, Bremsmer. Mountain Crest starting to pressure. Moore at the free throw line. Gives to Plyer. Turns in. Shot is partially blocked. Gets his own rebound. Gets it again. Misses again. Benedict puts it up and in finally for the Tigers. His sixth point. And it's back to a 1-point Mountain Crest lead. Top of the key, Crosby. Fakes, drives, hangs. Left-hand shot, no good. And a foul. Mountain Crest just 1 for 9 from the field in this third quarter, but they are hanging in there. They still with a 1-point lead. Dave Simmons comes off, gets a lecture from his coach, and J.J. Nilsson will come into the game. And I'm not sure what that was about, but Coach Nilsson seemed visibly upset with his player. John Plyer will come out of the game. Matt Moore checks in, and Adam Van Dyke checks in. Well, I thought Chris Benedict was going to come out. Ogden has 6 players on the floor. So Benedict finally comes off. Nobody wanted to leave the floor, and Benedict isn't happy about coming off. Crosby will shoot free throws. Jeff on the year, 61%, 11 for 18 from the line. This one's no good, short. And Cook comes in, Eric Baugh comes out. Eric Baugh has done a nice job and sits down for the first time. Greg Cook replaces him, and Cook has seen a lot more playing time on the last 4 or 5 ball games. Crosby's second one's up and good. So Jeff now with 8 points. The ball into the front court. Bremsmer breaks the press underneath. Wide open Matt Moore. Shot is missed. An easy layup. He gets his own rebound back. Turns in a couple of times. Puts it up and in. So Matt Moore having a hard time converting the layups. Finally gets one to go. It's a 32-32 tie. Cook quickly into the front court. Top of the key, Crosby. Down low, Rudd on the blocks. He dribbles, fakes, turns, gives to Cook. Cook fakes, drives across the lane. Underneath Rudd, he's open. Layup good. Count it. And a foul at Rudd. And the foul goes against Matt Moore. His first. And Rudd will have a chance to shoot free throws, and Ogden will call a timeout. So the Mountain Crest Mustangs, with 2:52 left in the third quarter, lead the Tigers 34-32.
It takes a lot to be a winner. It takes planning and commitment, and usually a strong advisor. Someone with the experience and strength to help you achieve your goals. At Cache Valley Bank, we're committed to helping you achieve your financial goals. For something as simple as your first savings account or just plain financial advice, see us at Cache Valley Bank, because at Cache Valley Bank, our business is you.
Cache Valley Bank, our business is you.
Be a part of NBA action with the new NBA off-the-court frames. Right now at Standard Optical, you buy the frames and we'll throw in the lenses free. It's a sure shot. Money in the bank. It's the Standard Optical and NBA off-the-court free throw package. We throw the lenses in free. Free throw. No pressure. You deserve it. You earned it. So work hard, score the frames, and get the lenses free with the Standard Optical and NBA off-the-court free throw package.
Standard Optical.
Don't miss it.
Was fouled by Matt Moore. Rudd tonight 0 for 2 from the line. Another score In the third quarter, Logan leads Bear River by 11, 34-23. Rudd with a right hand shot, no good, hard. Rebound Plyer, so Matt Rudd not able to hit the free throws. He's 0 for 4 now from the line. Josh Smith with a left-handed dribble into the front court free throw line, right side now Brent Moore. Down low, Plyer, the ball's knocked away from behind by Matt Rudd and it goes out of bounds. But good help side defense by Matt Rudd coming across as Plyer had Lishman on his back. Brent Moore to inbound for the Tigers to Smith. Fakes the three on the angle right, Conger out to meet him. Dribbles a couple of times to the baseline, kicks it back out top of the key. Moore, he holds, left side Brent Moore. Now baseline, Bremser in the corner, drives. Throws it away right to Dan Conger. Conger on the move for the Mustangs. Pulls up, top of the key, he's open from three, shot no good. Rims around and Plyer up high for the Tigers, pulls down the boards. The Mustangs with a 34-32 lead, 2:15 left in the third quarter. Smith in the corner, Moore has the ball knocked away, he travels. He's called for it, so Greg Cook, a nice job there, just kind of disrupted Brent Moore as he caught the ball and he stumbled, and Cook causes the turnover. That is the 7th for the Tigers, and the Mustangs with 2:09 left in the third lead 34-32. Eric Bond, Greg Cook into the ballgame at the same time. Moore on Baugh. Lishman on the angle left, picked up by Matt Moore to Rudd at the top of the key. Right side Cook. Cook goes down low, the ball's kicked, knocked away, and Smith knocks it out of bounds. Mountain Crest gets it back. Again, a special thanks to Rocky Mountain Cellular, Mountain Crest game sponsor, and they do such a fine job of supporting high school athletics here in the Valley. We thank them for the airtime, the technology, and the opportunity to use them as a sponsor. 1:56 left in the third, 34-32. Mountain Crest to inbound the ball. And Matt Peterson will check in. Matt Rudd will check out. Also in for the Mustangs, Simmons, Conger, Baugh, and Lishman. Conger in the corner. Out to Eric Baugh. Dribbles across, finds Simmons. Simmons doesn't look for the three, gives it back to Eric. Eric Baugh with a yo-yo between the circles. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers. The Mustangs lead 34-32, 1:41. Baugh looks to the bench for the call. He gets it, still dribbling. He's waiting for Smith to come out and guard him. Finally, he does. He drives on him, spins in the lane, tries to kick it out. He does to Conger. To Peterson in the corner. He dribbles it back out, gives right side to Eric Baugh. Top of the key, Simmons, 1:20 left in the third. Simmons fakes the three, gives the Conger right side back to Dave Simmons. Cross-court pass to Baugh, gets away, and Baugh saves it from going out of bounds. A play that Mountain Crest uses quite a bit. Eric Baugh will drive into the paint, kick it out to either Conger or Simmons, who spot up for the three. Now the ball's kicked out of bounds by Brent Moore. But Ogden knows that. Smith doesn't want to come out and guard Baugh, but Eric, very patient, will stand out between the circles and dribble until the 5-second count starts as soon as Smith or the defender gets within range. Now a three-pointer from the corner right by Conger, no good. Rebound, Matt Peterson. Clears it to Baugh, top of the key, Simmons. Brent Moore to guard him. Conger drives across the lane to Eric. Eric at the top of the key, he holds, gives right side Dave Simmons. Simmons drives into the lane, kicks right side to Peterson. The ball's knocked away by Moore, and he throws it out of bounds off of Simmons, and Ogden will get the ball back. 44 seconds left in the third quarter, 34-32. The halftime score, Mountain Crest led 28-22, so not a very high-scoring third quarter. Into the front court, Ogden in the lane, Moore right on the baseline to Matt Moore, back out. Brent Moore, free throw line picked up by Baugh. Right side, Kip Bremsberg. Out between the circles to Smith. Mountain Crest drops back into their zone. Free throw line, Matt Moore. He holds, looks underneath Brent Moore. He fumbles the ball, gets it back, turns in, shot, no good, and air ball. Rebound, Plyer. Turns in with the right hand. Shot's partially blocked. Ben Lishman comes down with a rebound. Throws it out of bounds. Trying to go to Eric Baugh in the backcourt. Matt Moore had not left to go down to the defensive end and forced Lishman to throw that ball away. So another turnover. 13 seconds left in the third. Ogden will get the ball out of bounds on their own baseline. Adam Van Dyke to inbound. He looks, can't find anybody. Finally underneath Plyer, and he's fouled. So a quick call there, and Matt Peterson called for his fourth foul. And just the second team foul here in the third quarter. So a very clean game as far as the officials are concerned. Only 6 fouls called here in this second half. Peterson will come out and Crosby will check in. Ogden still with the ball, 12 seconds on the clock. Van Dyke to inbound. They try and find more, can't find him. Out top of the key, Bremsmer with 10 seconds. He dribbles to the angle right, he's double teamed. Out top of the key, Van Dyke with 5 seconds. Dribbles right into the corner. Bremsmer with 3 seconds. Leads in from the baseline, steps on the baseline, and Mountain Crest will get the ball out of bounds under their own basket with just 2 seconds on the clock. Ogden drops all the way back. Now finally they go into the defense. Baugh fumbles it and does not get a shot off. So at the end of the third quarter, the Mountain Crest Mustangs lead the Ogden Tigers 34-32. We'll be back with a fourth right after this.
Ah, leisure time. You know, there's nothing like getting where you want to go. That's why Jack's Tire and Oil have always sold Michelin's. I guess our quality product and honest service has kept us in northern Utah for over 40 years. Since my son and his boys have taken over the business, I've got lots of leisure time. That's why I take my Michelin's wherever I go.
I would recommend Bridgerland Applied Technology Center to anyone who is interested in finding a job. The training is excellent, the job placement is high, and we've got something here for everybody.
Whether you're still in high school or would like to learn a new skill, the BATC is the place you've been looking for. With 12 full-time, 19 high school, and hundreds of individualized open entry, open exit programs to pick from. The BATC is the answer for your future. The BATC, employment through training.
Getting set to start the fourth quarter. Mountain Crest outscored 10-6 in that third quarter. A very low-scoring third quarter. That's typical of the Mustangs. But the fourth quarter is when they come to play. They have outscored their opponents by 4 points. They average about 19 points a quarter in the fourth. So hopefully that will be the case tonight. Top of the key, Crosby, angle right, Conger. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Simmons dribbles to the angle right, now looks for a pick, gives to Baugh. Top of the key, Crosby, free throw line left, now Simmons in the corner. Simmons to Conger. Conger at the top of the key, over to Eric Baugh. Eric Baugh holds, he's picked up by Van Dyke, tries to drive, gives out to Simmons. Top of the key, Crosby, fakes, looks underneath for Listen, the ball's knocked away from behind and a foul called on Chris Benedict. So a late whistle there, and Benedict called for his second foul. And just the 15th foul on Ogden here in this second half. And Moore checks in, Matt Moore checks in, and Benedict will sit down. Simmons on the baseline to inbound to Conger. Conger picked up by Brent Moore, out between the circles to Eric Baugh, guarded by Van Dyke. Conger to Crosby, top of the key, looks underneath for Lishman, goes underneath, he's open, gets the pass, but a foul before he can get the shot off. So good position. Lishman had Matt Moore pinned on his back, and a nice lob pass by Simmons, and Mountain Crest gets another team foul called on Ogden. That's their sixth. So Moore with his second. Conger in the corner, picked up by Moore. Dribbles with the left hand, top of the key, Crosby fakes. He's picked up by Player, drives in, hangs, right hand shot's good. Crosby with 10 points, and the Mustangs open up a 36-32 lead with 7 minutes left in the ballgame. Brent Moore into the front court, top of the key, right side, Matt Moore. He holds over his head. Ben Lishman guards. Underneath, Plyer, wide open, layup good. So a missed assignment there. Plyer gets his 4th point. And it's a 2-point Mountain Crest lead. Baugh crosses over. Picked up by Van Dyke. Tries to veer right. Goes into the lane. Van Dyke bumps him. Simmons has the ball thrown to him, but he cannot handle it. It goes out of bounds. Ogden ball. 6 turnovers by the Mustangs here in this half. 6:37 left in the game. Ogden will try and tie it. Brent Moore now handling the ball the majority of the time, bringing it up the court for the Tigers. On the angle left, Van Dyke tries to drive baseline. He's double teamed. The ball's knocked away from behind. It goes out of bounds off of Ogden. Mountain Crest ball. Crosby originally knocked that ball away from Van Dyke. Then Conger hit it, and it went out of bounds off of Van Dyke, and 9 turnovers by the Tigers. So kind of a sloppy second half here. Eric Baugh with a dribble, right hand. Across the timeline on the angle right to Conger, picked up by Moore, out to Crosby. Top of the key, Lishman. Matt Moore out to guard him. Ball open from 3, doesn't take it, fakes, gives out to Lishman. Lishman chases it down near midcourt, he's double teamed. Finally dribbles out of traffic, and Crosby with it to Baugh. Baugh picked up by Van Dyke. Van Dyke guarding. Baugh with the yo-yo. Comes off a pick right side by Crosby. Out to Crosby, top of the key. He fakes the three, goes underneath Lishman. Turns in over Moore. Shot, no good. A rebound, fought for Simmons. Right there, and he's got it in the paint. The ball knocked around a couple of times now. The ball kicked back out to Simmons from Baugh. Baugh, top of the key. Conger. He'll take a three. Shot, no good. Rebound hard off the front of the iron. The ball is rebounded by Bremsor, knocked away from behind by Simmons, and Simmons is called for the foul. Only his first and only the third team foul on the Mustangs here in this half. Again, a special thanks to Rocky Mountain Cellular, making the most of your time. Rocky Mountain Cellular. 5:35 left in the ball game. It's a 2-point Mountain Crest lead. And just like last game, looked like they were going to be on about a 60-point pace at halftime. Not the case now. A foul called underneath on Lishman. Not the case tonight. Mountain Crest had 28 points at the half. Only 36 points now. They've just scored 8 second half points with 5:24 left in the ball game. So not a good offensive show here by the Mustangs in the second half, but Ogden has not done much better. 36-34, Mustangs lead. Adam Van Dyke to inbound the ball. Lamore in the corner for Ogden. Cross court pass. The ball's picked up by Simmons. Dave Simmons into the front court for Mountain Crest. Slows it up. Comes across the top of the key with a right-hand dribble. He's still got the dribble on the angle right. He'll drive baseline. Leads in from 10. Shot is no good. A rebound, Brent Moore. Ogden into the front court. Moore handling the ball. He'll come up. Free throw line jumper. Shots no good. A rebound, though. Matt Moore dribbles it. Knocked away. Ball comes up with it. He'll go down court to Crosby. Crosby leads in. The ball's knocked away and a foul on Van Dyke. Van Dyke will pick up his first foul, and Mountain Crest will be shooting free throws. I don't know if that's going to be a two-shot foul. It's not. They'll give him a 1-and-1. Crosby will have the 1-and-1. And again, Jeff from the line, 61%. Tonight from the line, 1 for 2. Mountain Crest only 3 for 17 from the field in the second half, but somehow they've maintained this lead over Ogden. They led by 6 at the half. They lead by 2 now, and the turnovers by Ogden have really killed them in this second half. Crosby with the front end of the 1-and-1. Right-hand shot way hard. A rebound up high. Van Dyke to Smith in the back court. Smith and Baugh out to beat him at the half-court stripe. Underneath, Plyer turns in. He's fouled by Crosby. 15th foul on the Mustangs. Crosby with his third. 36-34 the score. 4:43 left in the ball game. And a slow scoring second half. The ball is inbounded, almost knocked away. Moore comes over the top of the key. Smith now Brent Moore back to on the baseline. He's fouled, and Ben Lishman went for the pump fake. Ben picks up his first foul. And the 16th foul now on the Mustangs. So for a moment it looked like Ogden would not even get into the bonus in this second half, but 3 or 4 quick fouls here in this fourth quarter by the Mustangs. And Ogden will be in the bonus next time around. Next foul, Van Dyke to inbound. Left side, Smith fakes the three. Conger out to greet him. Dribbles, terminates. Top of the key between the circles, Moore. Moore at the point. To Matt Moore, free throw line. Now baseline, Smith drives across the lane. Kicks it right side, Brent Moore leans in, right hand. Shot's good. Count it, the foul. Brent Moore took the ball strong to the hole. And he gets just his second bucket here in the second half. But he is also fouled. That will be Jeff Crosby's 4th foul. Moore elevated, and Crosby was just not able to get up there high enough to swat that ball away in the foul. And it's a tie game. Moore at the line to put the Tigers ahead for the first time in the second half with a right-hand shot is good. 5 for 6 from the line, Moore. And he has got 17 points into the front court. Eric Ball with a right-hand dribble, crosses over, gives on the angle left to Simmons. Motion offense now by the Mustangs. Conger with the ball. He backs it out. Couldn't find a shot. They're trying to go underneath for Crosby. Can't find him. Eric Ball with it. Between the circles, Brent Moore guarding. 37-36. Ogden on top with 4:03 left in the ball game. This is the first Ogden lead, at least in this second half, and maybe for the entire game. On the angle left. No. Top of the key. Simmons. A 3. Shot. No good. Rebound Conger, and he's called for pushing off. And the first lead in this half for Ogden, they did lead in the first quarter. So free throws as Conger is called for the foul on the rebound, his second. And the 1-and-1, I believe Smith will be at the line. And he could put Ogden up by 3. Deseret Industries, a federally certified sheltered workshop, and a timeout on the court now by the Mountain Crest Mustangs. So 3:49 left in the ball game. Ogden 37, Mountain Crest 36. We'll be right back.
You think you've seen a soft taco? Well, if you have...
Smith yet to, actually, he does have 1 point in the game, and he will have a chance. He's 1 for 2 from the line, and will have a chance at the 1-and-1. Set with the right hand, shot's good. Gives Ogden the 2-point lead, and he'll try and make that 3 points. Thornapple Valley Tri-Miller, the name you can depend on to bring you the best in pork, turkey, sandwich meats, and delicious hams. We thank them for sponsoring Mountain Crest basketball. Smith with a second one. Shots up and good. It's a 3-point Ogden lead. The Mustangs trail by 3 in the front court. Baugh, right side Conger. Top of the key, Crosby. Crosby, left side Simmons. Baugh in the corner underneath Peterson. Tries to turn in cross court over to Simmons in the corner. Crosby. Crosby looks underneath. Drives across the lane. Leans in. Elevates. Shot's good. Count it. And a foul. Jeff Crosby, a beautiful move across the lane. Put it up softly off the glass and scored the bucket. And he will shoot free throws. 12 points now for Jeff Crosby. And the foul will go to Plyer, his third. And Crosby from the line tonight, 1 for 2. And he'll have a chance to complete this 3-point play and tie the game at 39 if he can hit this. The Mustangs trail now by 1 with 3:34 left in the ball game. Another Mountain Crest game coming down to the wire. We've seen them almost all season long, just like this. The free throw's no good. Rebound, fought for, kicked out. Simmons comes up with it. Baugh drives left side, Peterson. Baseline, he's called for the travel. He hesitated for just a moment, and he is called for the travel. That's 7 turnovers in the second half by the Mustangs, 10 in the ball game. The Mustangs trail by 1. Van Dyke to inbound. Mountain Crest to full court pressure. Brett Moore in the backcourt to Smith. Greg Cook guarding him. Into the front court with a right hand dribble. Gives to Matt Moore, and he's fouled by Crosby. He's picked up his 5th, so Crosby is gone. Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but the officials have called a fairly tight ball game. There has not been a lot of fouls called, especially in the first half, but Crosby fouls out with 5. The next Mustang in foul trouble is Matt Peterson. He's in the ball game, and he has 4 fouls. For Ogden, 2 players, Brent Moore and John Plyer with 3 fouls, and Matt Moore has 2 fouls, as does Chris Benedict. So Mountain Crest in foul trouble. John Nilsson, as is his manner, takes time putting his players in, and Matt Rudd will check into the game. Jeff Crosby will check out with 12 points, and he fouls out with 3:18 left in the game. Mountain Crest trails by 1. Matt Moore at the free throw line, only a 64% free throw shooter, and has not shot a free throw yet tonight. Gets set with the right hand. Shot is way hard. He banks it in. Holy cow. I didn't hear him call that, but counts the same. Dave Simmons comes out. Dan Conger checks in, and we'll see if he banks this one in. 64% free throw shooter. Moore gets set with a right hand for a second. This one is nothing but net. Banks one, hits nothing but net. Tigers lead by 3, 41-38. Peterson loses the ball near midcourt. Simmons comes up with it, but Smith knocks it away. Baugh comes up with it in the backcourt. Right side, Cook. Cook to run the point for the Mustangs. He's got the ball. 3 minutes left in the game. The Mustangs down by 3. Conger on the angle right. Holds over his head. Van Dyke guards to Peterson. Peterson crosses it over to Rudd. To Baugh. Baugh. 2:45. Right side to Cook. Down on the baseline to Peterson. Mountain Crest is not being very aggressive going to the basket. Now right side, Conger. Out top of the key to Eric Baugh. 2:30 left in the ball game, and Mountain Crest will call a timeout with 2.5 minutes left in the game. They trail by 3. We'll be right back.
It's the Megatronics Multimedia Upgrade Sale. Add interactive games, video, and CD sound to your computer for just $299. And we'll install it and make sure it works right. We'll even throw in a multimedia encyclopedia, free.
One more important thing.
But hurry in, this deal won't last long. Megatronics, 254 North Main, next to Weston's Lamplighter in Logan.
For all of your Alpine car stereo and audio-video needs, see Lynn's, 1655 North Main in Logan.
And Coach John Nilsson at the scores table, and he and Coach Dale Wilkinson discussing something. I'm not sure what. Oh, they don't know whether or not. I think it's an issue of how many timeouts each team has. I'm not sure. Anyways, while we have a chance, we'd like to thank Best Western Weston Inn, the Mountain West's finest accommodations, for sponsoring Mountain Crest basketball, and also Lynn's Audio and Video when you're looking for the best in video cameras. Check out a Canon from Lynn's. Still discussion on the court. Now the players from Ogden coming over to discuss it. I think pretty much everybody from both benches, except for the players, all of the assistants and trainers at the table. And Coach John Nilsson leaves, seems to be satisfied. And Ogden takes a seat. I think it's an issue of how many timeouts. Mountain Crest has 2 timeouts, Ogden has 3. I think that's what they're talking about. USU Community Credit Union with the lowest interest rates. Now is the time to refinance your home, and do it quick before they start going up again. Special thanks to all of our sponsors. Peterson to inbound the ball to Eric Baugh in the backcourt. 2:28 left in the ball game. The Mustangs trail 41-38. Dan Conger with the dribble. Ogden dropped back into the zone. Eric Baugh in the corner. Simmons back to Eric Baugh. Smith guards him. Baugh tries to drive, gives out to Conger. Between the circles, back to Baugh. Baugh drives in to Peterson, right side Conger. Corner Simmons. Simmons back to Dan Conger. Back to Simmons. They still hold. Now Simmons will take a 3. Yes! They just left him all alone. Wow. What were they thinking? And Simmons ties it up at 41. Full court pressure by the Mustangs. Van Dyke in the backcourt. Comes on the angle left between the circles to Smith. 1:47. It's a tie game at 41. Matt Moore holds. Dribbles once to Plyer. Plyer underneath. Van Dyke and a foul called on Simmons. I believe. Yeah, on Dave Simmons. So Van Dyke will shoot the free throws, and Van Dyke, an excellent free throw shooter, 88%, and he's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Simmons with 2 fouls, and Ogden in the bonus. Coach John Nilsson telling his kids make sure to get the rebound. 1:40 left in the ball game. 41-41 is our score. Van Dyke at the line. First one's good. Beautiful free throw. Nothing but net, and Van Dyke is 3 for 3 from the line tonight. And he'll get a chance to put Ogden up by a pair. Takes his time at the line, bends his knees, puts it up with the right hand, shot's good. 4 for 4 for Van Dyke from the line, and the Mustangs trail by 2, 43-41, Tigers lead. Baugh crosses over, goes to the lane, gives to Simmons. Simmons back to Eric Baugh. Man-to-man defense now by the Tigers. Conger on the angle right. Free throw line to Peterson. Goes baseline to Simmons. Back to Conger. On the angle right. Back to Simmons. Simmons to Conger. Conger holds. Dribbles a couple of times. Terminates into the corner. Simmons another 3. No. Rebound. Matt Rudd out to Baugh and a foul on Smith. And that might be a good thing for Ogden because Eric Baugh had spotted up for a wide open shot, and it looks like Ogden will call a timeout. Matt Rudd will be at the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. It does not, I guess Ogden's not going to take the timeout. They had signaled for the timeout. They will not take the timeout. They will not take it. Matt Rudd, not a good free throw shooter. 45% is at the line for 2. Matt, though, has shown the ability to hit the big ones when they need them. First one is good. Wow, Matt Rudd 0 for 4 from the line, knocks down the front end of the 1-1, and now a timeout on the court. The Mustangs trail 43-42 to the Ogden Tigers. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Look out now. There's a storm coming. Bigger than ever. The Polaris Storm and Storm SKS. Now with an 800cc engine. Black iron that will take your breath away. Goodbye breath.
Hi, John Diamond here, manager of the Pizza Palace. I would like to introduce you to King Louis of the Palace. The Palace has a whole new look. Would like you to come in and see and try our new recipes. Our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Best of all, we've created Cache Valley's Family Fun Center. Just perfect for birthday parties, luncheons, reunions, office parties, or even school parties. Why don't you come in and give us a try and see the great changes we've made.
Matt Rudd at the free throw line. 43-42 is the score. The Mustangs down by Rudd. Rudd will have one free throw. And the PA announcer admonishing to the students at Mountain Crest not to throw objects onto the floor. They threatened a technical foul. Coach John Nilsson doesn't like that. If perhaps an Ogden player throws something, or an Ogden fan throws something out, that could cost him. Rudd with a second to tie it. Yes! Wow, I've never seen anything like it. He can't hit a free throw unless the game's on the line. 1:11 on the clock. It's a tie game at 43. Moore into the front court. Picked up by Conger. Conger out to guard him. Crossover dribble by Moore. He terminates the dribble. Tries to find Smith. Can't find him. Tries to find Bremsmer. At midcourt, Bremsmer with the ball. Drives all the way, and the ball's knocked away by Simmons, but a foul is called. I didn't think they were going to call that. And Dave Simmons picks up the foul, his third. And at the free throw line will be Kip Bremsmer. On the air, Bremsmer, I'm not sure what he shoots from the free throw line, but tonight he's 1 for 1. He completed a three-point play, so he will shoot the 1-and-1 with 57 seconds on the clock. Bremsmer to put the Tigers up. Front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. A rebound tipped up, no good. Plyers got it, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Matt Rudd. Matt Rudd's got it to Baugh in the back court. 43-43 the score, 48 seconds. Mountain Crest with the ball. Eric Baugh into the front court, 43 seconds. It's a tie game. To Conger, Mountain Crest will most likely go for the last shot. Baugh has got the ball. To Conger, back to Eric. Eric holds, 30 seconds. 43-43 Simmons. Now Ogden out to guard, 26 seconds. Baugh to Conger. Conger near midcourt with a dribble, gives to Simmons, 20 seconds. Simmons with the dribble to Baugh near midcourt. Bremsmer guarding him. Baugh fakes the drive, right side Simmons, 14 seconds, 13, crossover by Simmons into the lane, shot, no good. Rebound Ogden. Brett Moore, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Van Dyke in the front court behind the back dribble, leads in from 15. Shot's good, but a foul before the shot. No, a timeout before the shot. Wow. We'll take a timeout as well. 6 seconds left. 43-43. Ogden has it. We'll be back.
You think you've seen a soft taco? Well, if you have time for the real thing, just listen. As for the other guy's soft taco, so get a freshly made soft beef taco from Taco Time. It's yours for a song. Just 99 cents for a limited time. Sounds good.
Ah, leisure time. You know, there's nothing like getting where you want to go. That's why Jack's Tire and Oil have always sold Michelin's. I guess our quality product and honest service has kept us in northern Utah for over 40 years. Since my son and his boys have taken over the business, I've got lots of leisure time. That's why I take my Michelin's wherever I go.
In front of their own bench. Last time these two teams played, the game ended in regulation at 42. 6 seconds on the clock, and now Mountain Crest coach John Nilsson will call a timeout. We will keep it right here. Mountain Crest Coach John Nilsson, what he wanted to do there was just see what personnel Ogden had on the floor and how they lined up, and he called the timeout. So, again, last time these two teams played, it was 42-42. Mount Crest had the ball on the last timeout, or for the last shot. Ball was not able to convert. This time, the tables are turned and it's Ogden's ball. Doyle, your coach, Ogden, what are they going to do?
Well, they got to get some down screens to open up somebody. They got to send somebody from the elbow down to the low block on both sides. That guy's got to flash out, and they've got to come strong to the ball. They can't get in a situation where they're throwing cross court against Mountain Crest here. They need somebody to come strong to the ball and then use the dribble to create some kind of scoring opportunity.
Do they give the ball to Moore, or do they go to somebody else?
Yeah, I think that's, he's their bread and butter. I think that's who you got to get the ball to if you can. And let him create something off the dribble, get a clear out right away, make sure that you have somebody down inside for rebounding opportunities, a putback basket.
And Mountain Crest cannot foul. Kyle Christensen has checked in. John Plyer will inbound. Moore, Van Dyke, Benedict, and Bremsmer in the game. Conger on Moore. Matt Rudd will contest. 6 seconds. Plyer to inbound in the corner. Bremsmer, he's got it. Down low, Moore, turnaround jumper with 3 seconds, shots and air ball, rebound Christensen, and time has expired. Oh my goodness, Mountain Crest and Ogden are going to overtime for the second time in 2 games between the teams this year. I guess you could just expect this. You might as well write it down on your calendar, folks. The Mustangs play next Friday. It's going to be a close game. Every game they play in, it seems like, is close. Tonight, no difference. Overtime now. The second half, Mountain Crest has not really been able to get into a flow offensively, Doyle. What I think they ought to do, I'm not a coach, but they've got to create, they've got to take the ball to the hole. Eric Baugh has really got to penetrate, I think, and whether or not he dishes out or dishes down low, they've got to create by the dribble.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think what they've seen here is that they haven't been able to get dribble penetration, and it has affected the flow of the game. It has affected their ability to just hit shots. They come out flat, and they've gone 4 or 5 for about 20 for the half, and so they're not getting a very large number of shots, and they're not getting really the shot they want. They're fortunate at this point to be in a tie ball game. Had it not been for Ogden turnovers, this game would be a different story right now. 11 Ogden turnovers
in the second half.
Half alone.
So 3 minutes on the clock. We're going to overtime. Matt Rudd will jump center with Kip Bremsmer, Matt Peterson, Dan Conger, Eric Baugh, and Dave Simmons in the game. Jeff Crosby has fouled out for Mountain Crest. The ball's up, tip goes back. Conger's got it to Eric Baugh. Getting set to start overtime. Baugh to Conger. Conger to the free throw line. Kicks it out to Peterson. Angle left Simmons. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Eric Baugh picked up by Brent Moore at the top of the key. He backs it up. Calls for play 4. He gives on the angle right to Simmons. He's open. Doesn't take it. Open for a moment. Didn't take it. Simmons dribbles. Crosses over. Goes into the lane. Dishes the Bud. 15-foot jumper. Baseline's no good. A rebound. Benedict up high. 2.5 minutes left in overtime. It's tied at 43. Ogden. Brent Moore calls for motion offense from the Tigers. He's got the dribble alive. Conger guards him man-to-man. Terminates the dribble. He holds. Looks to Plyer, and the ball's taken away. Matt Peterson with it. Gives right side Conger. Conger leans in. Right-hand shot. Good! Peterson with a huge steal and a bad pass from Moore. And the Mustangs take the 45-43 lead with 2:06 left in OT. Van Dyke spins into the front court. He terminates, gives right side Moore. He drives all the way in. Baseline, stops, turns, kicks out to Van Dyke at the free throw line. Leans in the lane from 10. Shot no good, hard off the iron. Rebound, Peterson. Fred coming up with a couple big plays early. 1:50 left in overtime, 45-43. Mountain Crest tries to get a 4-point lead. Top of the key, Peterson. Left side, Dave Simmons. Bremsmer guards. Top of the key, Conger. Fakes a 3, fakes the drive, out to Peterson. Top of the key. Van Dyke to guard him. Simmons looks at the 3, doesn't take it. Out to Eric Baugh. 1.5 left in overtime. The Mustangs with a 2-point lead over Ogden. The second time this year these two teams have gone to OT. Simmons a 3. Shot is no good. Rebound up high, Plyer, and he's fouled. A foul on Matt Peterson, and that's 5 on Matt. So he's gone. A couple big plays earlier for Matt, but he reached right over the top of Plyer. I'm not sure what he was thinking. And that gives Ogden a chance to tie it at the free throw line. John Plyer, 65% free throw shooter from the line. Obviously, if he's a free throw shooter, it's going to be from the line. But anyway, the Mustangs with the 2-point lead, 1:23 in overtime. And every time the Mustangs play these Ogden Tigers, it's a tight one. In fact, every time Mountain Crest takes the court, it's a tight one. This is their third overtime game this year. Plyer with the front end of the 1-and-1 with a right hand. Shot is good. Plyer with a big free throw. And it's now 45-44 Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest has got to make sure and box off here. They can't afford to give Ogden an offensive rebound. Plyer's second one is good. Didn't have to worry about it. He knocked them both down. It's a tie game, 1:20 left. Baugh dribbles into the front court, looks for the motion offense. He'll give to Simmons on the angle right. Simmons dribbles across at the top of the key. Turns back. Bremsberg guards him close. To Conger near midcourt. Guarded by Van Dyke. Conger fakes the drive. Stops near the three-point line. Turns. Can't find anybody. Gives to Simmons. They're trying to go to Baugh, but Brent Moore is denying the ball. Bremsberg on Simmons. 58 seconds in the game. Conger, top of the key, Baugh. Moore guards him. It's a 45-45 tie ball game. 51 seconds left. Baugh on the angle right to Conger. Conger doesn't look for the shot. He's got it. Out to Simmons near midcourt. 43 seconds. Mountain Crest may look for the last shot. Out near midcourt, holding the ball is Baugh. Moore out to guard him. On the angle right, Conger. Mountain Crest will look for the last shot to Simmons near midcourt. Baugh holds. Brent Moore guards. To Dave Simmons, 28 seconds. Bremsberg on Simmons, back to Eric Baugh. Baugh with the ball. Brent Moore guards Eric Baugh. Baugh spins. Fakes, goes into the lane, loses the ball. Player comes up with it. Brent Moore. And Ogden has the ball with 15 seconds. They'll call timeout. And again, Mountain Crest had a chance to take the last shot. They lost the ball. And 15 seconds left. Most likely Ogden will get a good shot off here. I don't know what happened. It looked like the ball just got knocked away from behind by Eric Baugh.
Yeah, that was really strange. It looked like he just maybe kicked it off the dribble, and it rolled in front of him, but he pulled up and didn't go after it, and it just rolled right into an Ogden player's hand.
You wonder if he was thinking that he didn't want to foul, and instead of trying to
I think what he was thinking is that he knew he lost it, and he didn't want to give up the easy layup the other end, so he pulled up and was ready to get back. But that was that was really kind of a Twilight Zone episode there with Eric Baugh.
So the two teams will come back out onto the court. Coach John Nilsson, I'm not sure what he's arguing. He may have wanted a foul there as Moore reached around Eric Baugh's back, knocked that ball away kind of. Who knows? 45-45 is the score. 15 seconds on the clock. What Mountain Crest cannot afford to do now is let Ogden get an offensive rebound. They've got to limit Ogden to one shot and make sure that they pressure the shot. Don't foul here. 15 seconds left. The ball's inbounded to Van Dyke near midcourt. Man-to-man defense. Simmons picks him up. Van Dyke holds on the angle left to Plyer. Plyer picked up by Lishman. Now out to Bremsberg. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, more from the baseline at the buzzer. No good. We're going to double overtime. I don't think my voice is going to last, folks. I've got a cold anyway. 45-45 the score. It was 43-43 at the end of one. Each team scored 2 points in this one, in this overtime. Second overtime now. And the same things apply that we talked about at the end of regulation. Mountain Crest has got to be patient, and there's been a couple times it looked like they were a little bit tentative to put up the three-point shot when they may have had it, instead opting to try and get the low post shot or the inside shot or the drive or whatever.
Yeah, they're really just thinking about their shots, not just letting them happen and come with the flow of the game. They're deliberating over them, thinking about them, and it's making it really difficult. And at the other end, Moore's just hoping that he gets another chance. That's 2 in a row now.
Yeah, and that's not something you'd expect from Brent Moore, the leading scorer in Region 5 tonight. He's got 17 points from the field, and you would think that the guy would knock down the shot, but good pressure by Mountain Crest.
Yeah, a typical Mountain Crest pressure on Moore. Every shot that he takes, he's experiencing pressure, so he's not getting anything clean.
Again, Bremsberg and Rudd will jump center. Seems like a bad nightmare, doesn't it? 45-45 the score. We're heading to the start of the second overtime. Mount Crest and Ogden. The ball tipped back. Baugh with it. Left side Simmons. Doesn't look for the shot. To Baugh. Van Dyke on him man-to-man. Baugh dribbles. Looks right side to Simmons. Simmons has got it. Crosses over. Goes to the baseline. Terminates. Gives to Lishman. Lishman back to Dave Simmons. Bremsmer guarding. Now Baugh's got it. Picked up by Van Dyke on the angle left. Conger, a three shot. No good, and a foul. Brentmore called for the foul, and Dave Simmons now will shoot 3 free throws. Yep, they're going to give him 3. Dave Simmons, or excuse me, Dan Conger. Now you'll remember the last game against Box Elder, Dan Conger hit 8 out of 8 free throws. 6 of those in the last minutes of that game to seal the 3-point win for the Mustangs. So a couple of huge free throws now for Dan. 1 for 2 from the line. Another final tonight. Logan beats Bear River 60-43. So Mountain Crest needs to win to stay a game behind Logan. Free throw, no good. He's got 2 more. Dan Conger still has 2 more. As he was fouled by Brentmore, who picked up his 4th. So Conger with the right hand. This one is short, bounces in. It goes in. So he's now 2 for 4 from the line. The Mustangs with a 1-point lead. Dribbles with the right hand, sets, bends the knee, shoots, and misses. Rebound Ogden. Benedict to Moore in the backcourt, 2.5 minutes, 2:33 left in the second overtime. Smith, Josh Smith with a left-hand dribble. Picked up by Eric Baugh, terminates. Now the ball's taken away, Ben Lishman's got it to Conger. In the backcourt to Eric Baugh, 2:21 left in the second OT. Mountain Crest with a 1-point, 46-45 lead. On the angle right, Simmons. Simmons out near midcourt. Van Dyke guarding him closely. Simmons almost loses it, can't find it, but he finally to Conger. Coming over his back, Brentmore. See ya! Brentmore with his 5th foul. And the Mustangs, that's a big break for Mountain Crest because Brentmore is the main go-to man for Ogden, although he has not scored since about midway through the 4th quarter. And Mountain Crest will get 2 free throws, or they'll get the 1-and-1. Dan Conger will shoot the free throw. Again, a special thanks to Rocky Mountain Cellular, Cache Valley's #1 authorized agent for US West Cellular. Proud sponsor of Mountain Crest basketball. Dave Harrison here with you. Alongside of me, Doyle Geddison. What a heck of a ball game we've had here tonight. The first half up and down the court, 28-22, the Mustangs led. 3rd quarter, slow. Mountain Crest outscored 10-6. 4th quarter, just about as slow. The game ended 43-43. First overtime ended 45-45. The first free throw by Conger, rounded out, no good. And right now, with 2 minutes left in the second overtime, the Mustangs have the 1-point lead at 46-45. Josh Smith working against Baugh. On the angle right, the ball's knocked away by Conger out of bounds. Smith trying to go to Bremsmer. Now it's going to be interesting to see how Ogden holds up without their main man, Brentmore, in the ballgame. He's out with 5 fouls. Smith in the front court on the angle right. He fakes the drive. He's got the dribble, now terminates. Baugh guards him closely. Kicks it out to Van Dyke. Van Dyke most likely will be the man to take the shots. Van Dyke with a right-hand dribble, goes baseline, leads all the way and open for the layup, misses it. He gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good, and a foul on the shot. So Van Dyke misses the layup, and that foul will be called on Eric Baugh, or Ben Lishman. Ben Lishman, his 3rd foul. And the Mustangs and the Tigers, 46-45 the score, but a dangerous man at the line for Ogden. Van Dyke, an 88% free throw shooter tonight, 4 for 4 from the line. He'll have a chance at 2 as he was fouled on the shot. Van Dyke bends the knees, gets set, right-hand shot is good. Van Dyke converts, and it's a tie game at 46, 1:39 left in this second overtime. Mustangs and the Tigers. Mountain Crest trying to go 3-5 in region play, but Van Dyke, second free throw is short, rebound, 5-4, Baugh comes down with it. Baugh with it, 46-46 the score. Van Dyke misses his first free throw, and Baugh's got the dribble alive. In the front court, right side, Conger. Conger dribbles out to Baugh, 46-46, 1:25 left in the second OT. Baugh, between the legs dribble, veers left, gives to Conger. Conger spins, looks to go baseline, backs it back out. Dribbles across out to Baugh, 1:15. Smith on Eric. Right side, Matt Rudd. Matt Rudd holds, gives back to Eric Baugh. Eric Baugh holds, dribbles. Gives back to Conger, back to Baugh, minute 3 on the clock. 46-46 the score. Mountain Crest and Ogden, second overtime. Under a minute now, 55 seconds. Baugh fakes the drive out to Conger on the angle right. Back to Eric. Eric picked up by Josh Smith. Smith swats at the ball, doesn't get anything. Baugh right near midcourt. Calls for motion. 45 seconds left. Mountain Crest will probably go for the last shot. Down in the corner, Simmons. Back to Eric Baugh. Baugh holds. 5-second count starts. Baugh fakes a drive to the left side. Gives to Dan Conger, back to Eric Baugh. 30 seconds left. 46-46. We're in the second overtime. Mountain Crest and Ogden. On the angle right, Simmons. Simmons fakes the drive. Gives to Baugh. Near midcourt, 20 seconds. Baugh holds. Smith on him. Ogden drops off. 15 seconds. 46-46. Second overtime. Eric Baugh. 10 seconds on the clock. He goes top of the key. Spins in the lane. Leans in. Fakes. Kicks out. Simmons a 3 at the buzzer. Yes! Yes! Dave Simmons hits the shot. 2 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds on the clock. Dave Simmons hits the huge 3. Holy cow! Dave Simmons. 8 points for Dave Simmons. 49-46. 2 seconds left in the second overtime. They're going to put 3 seconds on the clock. I called it at the buzzer. I was wrong. There were about 4 seconds left. A second expired in Ogden. Calls timeout. They will have to go the length of the floor and hit a 3. Wow.
What a beauty. You know, Baugh dribbles, gets stuck, can't see anything inside. With Smith right in his face, flips it out to Simmons, and we couldn't see his eyes, but I bet if we'd been on the other end of the floor, we'd have just seen, there was no doubt in his mind that was going down.
Wow. Dave Simmons. And you know, at the start, in fact, let's take a look at Simmons. His shooting percentage in the first half as compared to right towards the end. I think he hit a 3 in the fourth quarter, a 3 in the second overtime. Other than that,
he's put up 6 threes tonight, and this is his second one. So, no, it's 8. He's 2 for 8.
2 for 8
for 3.
But his last one's the big one. With 3 seconds in the second overtime, Dave Simmons knocks down the 3 from the angle right. Nothing but the bottom of the net with Ogden Tigers in his face. Ogden has got to go the entire length of the court. With 3 seconds, Plyer will inbound. Ogden will have 4 players in the front court. So Plyer will try and inbound the ball all the way down the court. With 3 seconds on the clock, they have to shoot a 3. Mountain Crest will be guarding the perimeter. Plyer to inbound, Rudd guarding, 3 seconds. The ball goes to Conger. Conger, the Mustangs win. Oh my goodness. Mountain Crest beats Ogden in 2 overtimes, 49-46. What a heck of a ball game. The Mountain Crest student body onto the floor. Dave Simmons, the hero. Dave Simmons knocks down the 3 with 3 seconds left in overtime. And the Mountain Crest Mustangs have won back-to-back games for the first time since the middle of December.
Did Dave Simmons need that shot or what? He's been struggling so much the last few games. That's a terrific shot for Dave.
What a huge shot. Money player. Dave Simmons knocks it down. My voice is about gone, folks. Dave Simmons, the hero. Mountain Crest beats Ogden in double overtime. 49-46 the final. Dave Simmons hits the shot to win the game with 3 seconds on the clock from the 3-point range. And this kind of win for the Mustangs. They now go to 3-5 in the region, and this could just propel them the rest of the way.
Yeah, this is the one they need. This is the momentum builder right here. A close one with a tough team on their home floor, and no telling what this could do for their confidence.
Despite semi-poor play in the second half on the offensive end, they come out with a victory, and they've got to feel good. It's going to be interesting, and I'm excited to talk to Coach John Nielsen. So for those of you viewing on the Valley Channel, we thank you for tuning in. 49-46, the Mustangs win in double overtime. For those of you viewing or listening on KVFM, we'll be right back.
By Rocky.